Everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, I'm going to be using World War II weapons here in Modern Warfare. So of course guys, welcome back to a brand new Modern Warfare video here on the channel. And if you guys didn't already know, in Modern Warfare, there are a handful of weapons that are from World War II. And on a side note, interestingly enough, every single one of these weapons are in Call of Duty World War II, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And as of right now, at the time of making this video, there are 3 World War II weapons, being the Kar98K, which is of course a marksman rifle, as well as the second one is the MG34 light machine gun, and then the final one is the M1911. So with that said, what I decided to do in today's video is play Modern Warfare. However, I'm only going to be using the World War II weapons, and of course, as you guys can see over here, this is the first class setup that I will be using. And to start off, for my primary weapon, I will be using the Kar98K. Now I don't have too much experience with this weapon, so that's how come I'm not going to be using any attachments. And of course, for my secondary, I will be using the M1911, and then for the other class that I have is practically identical. However, I am using the MG34. So yeah, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well subscribe for more Modern Warfare content. So yeah, now that I got the intro out of the way, I will see you when I join up into my first game. And alright guys, as you can see, of course, we are going to be joining up into our first game, and this time we will be playing a standard match of ground war here on Tovorsk District. So with all that said, let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do in this game. And also, as you guys can see over here, this is the Kar98K in Modern Warfare. To be honest, it is quite authentic, and it does look quite a bit like the World War II variant, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. And of course, for my first game, I will be using the Kar98K and the M1911. I'm thinking about playing a couple of games with this class setup, then I will be switching over and using the MG34. Also, let's get in this helicopter over here. And I must admit, it is pretty cool using a classic World War II weapon. However, I'm flying a helicopter in Modern Warfare. No, that's just something I find pretty cool. And it looks like there are a couple people over here. Also, I have to admit, I don't really have that much experience with the Kar98K, so if my shot is a little bit off, that's the reason why. Also, for this video, I think I am going to be sticking with ground war, because overall, it just seems like the better game mode, because I can stick back a little bit, pick my shots, and alright, that's gonna be our first kill. And overall perform a lot better than if, let's say, I were playing something like Shoot House, which, you know what, now that I think about it, I might check out Shoot House just to see exactly what it's like when I'm using the car. And that's the thing, a lot of you guys may know that the Kar98K is in Modern Warfare because quite a few snipers really enjoy using it, because even though this weapon is technically a marksman rifle, it is extremely powerful and you can still get a pretty consistent one-hit kill. And also the weapon is bolt action, and once you put on a sniper scope, it's basically just another sniper rifle. However, of course, for this particular game, I'm going to be using absolutely no attachments on it. Wait a second, I think there's a person up over here. And we took one out. As well as another one. That one's gonna be with the M1911. Now, out of the 3 classic World War II weapons in this game, the M1911 is the least authentic, because the variant that we are using is not the classic 1911 version that you guys would see in World War II. However, since Modern Warfare forces you to have a secondary weapon, and it still is the M1911, I thought I'd use it. Alright, took him out. As well as another one, and that's gonna be a headshot. Not gonna lie, we are doing pretty well with this weapon over here. Well, all things considered, because if I were doing this well with the M4A1, I probably wouldn't say the same thing. Let's use this ATV over here. Wait a second. Alright, that person looks like he was waiting for the elevator. Alright, took him out. And alright guys, that's of course going to be the game. And I'm getting 10 kills, which isn't really too good if I were using any other weapon. However, considering this is one of my first games ever with the Kar98K, I would say that I did pretty decent. And alright guys, as you can see, of course, we are going to be joining up into our second game. And this time, we will be playing a standard match of ground war here on Karst River Quarry. So with all that said, let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do in this game. And also, for this particular game, I decided to upgrade the car, being that I changed the barrel, as well as I now have a mini reflex sight. So hopefully these 2 attachments will make it a little bit easier to get some kills, because don't get me wrong, the car is a really good weapon in this game. However, I noticed that the iron sights are a little bit hard to use, so if I put on this mini reflex sight, it should be a little bit easier when it comes to getting some kills. So yeah, with all that said, let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do in this game. Alright, took one out. I mean, we hit him with the car, however, finish him off with the 1911. And I can tell almost immediately it is a lot easier to aim with this sight. Alright, took him out. Alright, that's one. Let's call in this UAV. And not gonna lie, we're actually doing pretty decent over here. And that's another one.
Hostiles have echo. We're losing control. Allied cruise missile away.
Alright, that was extremely close. Now let's just get right out of there. Wait a second. Alright, that person is just shooting at the sky. Okay. I mean, that's gonna be a free kill, so of course I'll definitely take it. And alright, so overall, I did pretty decent in my opinion with the Kar 98K. And I must say, this weapon is a lot of fun to use. However, now we are going to be switching over to the MG34. Now, for my first game, I will just be using the standard MG34. I won't have any attachments on it. However, a little bit later, I think I will be putting some attachments on it because, at least in my own opinion, the iron sights on this weapon aren't really the greatest. So I'm thinking about putting on possibly a reflex sight or something like that. However, of course, we're going to have to see. And alright guys, as you can see, of course, we are going to be joining up into another game, and this time, we will be playing a standard match of ground war here in Divorce District, and of course, for this particular game, I will be using the classic MG34 light machine gun here in Modern Warfare. So with all that said, let's go ahead and see exactly how well we can do in this game. Alright, took him out. It looks like there are going to be a couple more people over here.
Allied cruise missile away.
That's going to be another one. Wait a second. Not gonna lie, we were doing pretty well over there. And I'm surprised, this MG34 is really good. I might have to make a standalone video on it. So yeah guys, that's of course where I'm gonna be ending off this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss new upload from me. So yeah, that's of course gonna be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.